whisper and I think of you. And all the tears you cry, they call my name. And when you needed me, I came through. Paint a picture of the days gone by, when love went blind and you would make me see. I'd stare a lifetime into your eyes, so that I knew that you were there for me. But time after time, you were there for me. Remember yesterday, walking hand in hand, and now that I see the same, I remember you through the sleepless nights, through every endless day. I wanna be saved. I remember you. Oh, oh, oh. We spent the summer with the top rolled down. Wished ever after would be like this. You said I love you, babe, without a sound. I said I give my life for just one kiss. I live for your smile and die for your kiss. Remember yesterday, we're walking hand in hand. Love that I see the same. I remember you through the sleepless nights, through every endless day. I wanna be saved. I remember you. We had our share of our times, but that's the price we paid. And through it all, we kept the promise that we made. Well, I swear you'll never be late. We woke up to the sound of pouring rain. Washed away our dream of you, but nothing else could ever take you away. 'Cause you'll always be my dream come true. Oh, my darling, I love you. Remember yesterday, walking hand in hand, love that I see the same. I remember you through the sleepless nights, through every endless day. I wanna be saved. I remember you. Remember yesterday, walking hand in hand, love that I see the same. I remember you through all the sleepless nights, through every endless day. I wanna be saved. I remember
So, as we age and go through life, you realize that you don't really have that long. None of us do. I don't care if you live to be 120. It's really not that long of a time. Because I remember when I was in high school. Seems like yesterday, but it was like 25 years ago. So it's not that long. We'll probably talk about it tomorrow more in depth, so I won't get it too much into it because Al is much more the music guy than I will ever be. Even though I was in more bands than Al, I'm going to let Al talk more about it. But we would like to say rest in peace to Taylor Hawkins. Not going to pretend to be the hugest Foo Fighters fan that ever lived. But I definitely can respect that they were a big part of our culture because he was in Alanis Morissette's band and the Foo Fighters. So, what's up, Andrew? What's going on, man? Just gonna briefly talk about getting old and perishing, as happens. You're young now, you'll be old soon, and it happens just like that. And again, the Foo Fighters, everybody's kind of a Foo Fighters fan, no matter who you are, because they're just good old fashioned rock and roll. Like, he's only 50 years old. Who knows how he died? Why even bother talking about it? He was in Colombia, probably partying. Who gives a fuck? Go out. I was like to quote Lord Denethor: die in whatever way seems best to you, because it's inevitable anyway. I'm not saying do something horrible to yourself, self-harm. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying if you want to enjoy your life and do things that might shorten it, go ahead. Because it's not that long any fucking way. And if Taylor partied himself out, then God bless him. Whatever. Do what feels best. Again, we'll talk about tomorrow more with Al, because Al's more the music guy than I ever have been. But and Foo Fighters, they were just like good, straightforward American rock and roll, man. Taylor's gone. Who knows why? Who cares? It's gonna happen to all of us. I was just he always seemed like a fun-loving guy, dude. That's one thing I was talking about with my cousins in our Radio Underground chat we have on our Messenger. He always seemed happy, like a happy-go-lucky kind of guy. And we need more of that. We need more happy people that are just friendly, cool, and kind than the bullshit. Sometimes that I participated. I go on there. I go on the internet, and I'm kind of horrible to people sometimes. People like Taylor make me not want to be that way and be more neutral with people. You know, I don't know. I know one thing. I need to get a bass or something. Get some instruments back. I sold all my shit and gave up on music, and it's not really about like making it anymore because I'm long past that. I'm old and gross. You're never gonna make it when you're like me. I just want to just do it because it's fun. You know, everybody likes music. Also, man, it's gonna be fucking really cold here this weekend. I'm not looking forward to this fucking cold spell. It was 70 degrees, about 70 degrees, about 2 weeks ago. And now here we are fucking freezing our ass off again. It just won't let up. I just can't take it. I look like some fucking call center guy right now. If you buy 55 of these units, you get 60 free. 55 units, 60 free. Call in right now. I look like one of the scammer guys, like that Don Lapre. I did a whole Don Lapre thing before, but I think I got rid of it because I could hear my pervert breathing. I think I had this thing here. This right here. This thing here has a good clean sound, but it picked up every breath I take. My asthmatic, closed windpipe fat ass came in through here, and I was like, you could hear. I sound like a fucking Sharpay through this thing. I think I might give it to Al. Al weighs like 120 pounds less than me. And if he does the call-in thing, might be the way for Al to go. as long as you enjoy the instrument. And yeah, absolutely. I agree with that 100%, Andrew. It's all about, do you enjoy it? Skarnak Skarnak will probably never come back, and I'll tell you why. Skarnak won't come back because Jay passed away, our guitar player, and he was the main one that really wanted us to do it again. And other people, like some of us were neutral, and other people just, I don't know, man. It would be really difficult to do without Jay because he was just like he was the most gung ho when we became adults, and Jay's no longer with us. And again, the theme of this live stream, we're not here that long. Enjoy it. Jay's not with us anymore, and sweet, kind-hearted man. I really miss Jay. I used to me, Jay, and Craig, my cousin, another Al and Brian's brother. We used to just the three of us, just Jay, Craig, and me. We would talk about MMA all night, dude. Like, what's going on, who's fighting, because it's mixed martial arts, cage fighting, and we would go on all into the night, multiple nights a week, matchups, and I really miss those chats with Jay. I really fucking miss him, and it sucks, man. It sucks not having Jay around. I'd like to think something's going to happen, Andrew. I don't know what. We're going to try to do something with that band. I don't know that we'll ever be able to do a live show, like a full set, like I wanted to do one day, just like a full set, like everybody come out and do a whole show. But we can do something, even if it's one damn song. We're going to do something. And it just will be really hard without Jay because he was the most gung ho, and he's no longer with us. But again, in keeping with the theme of this live stream, as I'm about 10 beers in, it's always a horrible idea to reminisce about the past when you're drinking because you get depressed. But you got to get it out of you. You go through a week, I drink on the weekends. I'm not a day-to-day drunk. I'm not an alcoholic. I drink on Friday or Saturday. I usually pick a day. So I probably won't tomorrow because I'll be hungover and feel like shit. But I'll be good. I'll be on point for the podcast because I won't be drinking tomorrow because I'll be hungover. So I'll be more focused. But in keeping with the theme of it, you're not here this long. You're not here that long. I don't care if you're living to be 130. It's not that long. So just enjoy what you do, man. And Andrew, you're a good guitar player. You just put your music and your art out there. It lives forever. Same thing with this Radio Underground thing I'm doing. Probably not not the best representation of my life, but it lives it lives forever. So my ancestors are like, oh my God, my great uncle was a lunatic that got drunk and ranted about stuff on the internet. This is embarrassing, but okay, this was him. But you're being more of a serious artist, your music that will shine through. So yeah, I was on a kick today of just listening to old Huey Lewis and the News stuff. I was talking about that in a Radio Underground chat we had going. 1984 was the most hyper competitive era of pop music ever, and Huey Lewis was only one of 5 bands to be in the top one slot of that year. And that was a year that included Purple Rain and Thriller. Prince and Michael Jackson, dude, you're just not getting in there. He managed to get the fuck in there when Prince and fucking Michael Jackson were shit stomping everything. You got to be pretty amazing to get a top slot among the titans of that shit. And you got to really be dialed in with what you're fucking doing to do it. But I don't want to overkill the Taylor Hawkins thing because tomorrow we got the podcast. But this will not be an audio podcast. So I guess I can Talk about a little bit of it. He was really good friends with the Abbott brothers. I want you guys to be famous, man. I really do. I think you have. I think you have a chance. You definitely have a chance, man, because you really like honed your guitar skills, man. So those of you guys, check Andrew out. Um, I think it's Andrew H. Andrew H on YouTube. Used to be Dungeon Craft. He's gone beyond that. He's now just Andrew H. YouTube. My good friend Jay Bikerfinger, who inspired the band Skarnak that we're talking about. So Andrew's father had a spoof rock band called Bikerfinger that made fun of everything and shit on everything. And me, Brian, Craig, we were like, well, we kind of want to do this. We want to shit on everything too. This is amazing because, and Jay met Christy, Andrew's mom, and they kind of Bikerfinger because kind of went away because Jay's now with a woman and chilling out. So like, all right, we're gonna take this man. You're not gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And we kind of shit on everything the way Bikerfinger did. Not quite as good, but we did a pretty good job of it. And we just ran with that. Because we didn't want to be a serious band, that we wanted to be more like Jay, where we fucking shit on everything. We had we had a really good time with Skarnak for probably 2 or 3 years. It was a fun time, man. I'd sit there and frickin' make fun of everything. And I remember when I met your dad, Andrew, I was what, 17 or 18 years old, and we had an equally disturbed sense of humor. Not a lot of people like get me right away, but your dad got me, man. And he was hilarious. Your dad's fucking funny guy, the angry dad on YouTube. I've seen some of his videos where he's fucking throwing the rants and stuff. That's Jay, man. Known that guy a long time for sure. Thinking about, man, I've been playing I played Elden Ring probably about 60 or 70 hours, and every time I think I learn enough, I don't know nothing. And my friends at Elden Ring are absolutely ridiculous, man. No, cheers indeed. Cheers indeed. Miller White, that's for sure. But I think, Andrew, man, I remember when your dad and your mom, me and your dad, your mom, Al, and we had just parties on a porch. And I'm talking about for this went on for 2 or 3 years, just about like 10 of us on a porch, like a little tiny porch. It wasn't really, we weren't all physically on the porch, it was a driveway, but we were all there. And this went on for years. And we would just sit there and get drunk and make fun of each other. And that's how I honed a lot of my craft, my ability to speak, because going in there against guys like your dad, your uncle Al, people like that, I had to get pretty swift at it, because your dad even fucking came up with my nickname that stuck for many years. People call me MJ, then your dad shifted it to M Gay, so a lot of people call me M Gay for many years. So that's your dad. I don't know, man. Just thinking about though this whole thing with like Taylor Hawkins. He was probably partying down in Columbia, right? Let's be honest. And if you're not going to be here that long, going down to Columbia and like doing it, you know what I mean? He fucking probably cut loose and had a good fucking time till whatever happened, man. Now I don't know how he went out, but he was pretty thin. He wasn't a big fat fuck like me, so it probably wasn't COVID. So someone like me, I get a bad case of COVID, I'm gonna fucking I'm gone. But someone like him, COVID ain't gonna take him out. Do you think he? I don't know, man. You think he might have Cornelled himself? It's possible. People do get people get bummed out. Life. Think he was still shooting up heroin? I'd like again, man. I'm not gonna pretend to know what anyone does. You're not here that long, so I'm not here to judge anyone. We're not here that long. But you don't need to go down to Columbia to do that. You know what I mean? What's up, Premise Land? How's it going, brother? See, my thing is the whole way I want to go out. Like again, none of us are guaranteed tomorrow. But I always tell people I've had friends that had depression issues. I've dabbled in it, but I'm not gonna lie to you and pretend I had some massive depression issues. But my advice to anyone with depression is, brother, you ain't here that long anyway. You ain't that pure ass Colombian shit. Hey man, why not? You know, snort that fucking shit. I don't know that's what he did, but why the fuck not, right? But my thing is, you're not here that long. Don't take yourself out. And a lot of people take that option. Don't do it, man. For one, you're going to hurt people. For two, you're not here that long. You are not here that long. It will be over quicker than you think. So just ride it out, man. I've had moments where I thought I was never going to feel better than it. I'm just going to feel like shit all the time. It sucks. And now I'm happy again. I'm pretty happy right now. So don't do that. Who cares? Who cares if you're miserable? Who cares if you're miserable 23 hours a day? That 1 hour that you're not is worth it. You know what I mean? Let's say you have 15 minutes where you feel good. Do some push-ups and fucking, loosen up in that 15 minutes. Then you can always go back to being miserable. But if you're going to get a little window, a little crack, every time you think there's no relief, there's always a little something. You know what I mean? Go with that little something, that little crack of happiness. I'm telling you, go with that. And then that 15 minutes becomes 30 minutes. And the next day it's an hour. Then the next day it's 2 hours. Before you know it, you're happy most of the time. The only thing that's bothering you is, Netflix went up in price or something. I don't care where you watch me, man. Snort the crack of happiness. You might as well. I mean, I've never done a narcotic in my life. I've always been a binge drinker only on the weekends. Usually once a week. Why do I think Kurt Cobain blew his brains out? Because he was the funny thing is, I talked about this with my dad. Me and my dad both have something called GERD. That is gastrointestinal reflux disease. Or for heartburn. But it's extreme. Kurt had that. Now, I had that. I'm only 43. I had it, and they had something called Nexium, which I take, and it negates it, and I don't have it right now. But I'm here to tell you, before I took Nexium, my life was absolute misery. I was in nonstop fucking pain. Fucking my chest hurt. It was horrible. Some people's genetic. Sometimes you become a big fat fuck like me. My dad had it, and he was my dad's a 130-pound man, very thin, never drank, nothing, relatively healthy guy, but he had that acid reflux. And my dad said before Nexium and these great, fantastic acid reflux disease inhibitors came out, life was pure misery for people like us. Kurt Cobain had it, and it was fucking miserable because it was 93, and he fucking couldn't deal with it. And I'm not saying he also was a heroin addict. Let's be real. That didn't help. But my dad and me had surmised that the acid reflux was so miserable on top of the heroin fucking addiction, and he blew his fucking brains out. That's our opinion. You can deal with one, but not both. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I'm here to tell you, before I started taking these PIP inhibitors that keep the acid from going up into my fucking beak, I was purely miserable. Fucking purely miserable. I'm not saying I would fucking self-harm or start my Mossberg, but some people, they don't deal with pain very well. They don't, personal thought. Not saying it's a real thing, but just an opinion. And again, don't self-harm. Life will dish out plenty of harm. You don't need to do it to yourself, man. Do not. Don't let them win. Don't let them win. I don't know who they are, but don't let them win. Because Cornell hung himself in the shower, why do you think he did that? Okay, let's dive deeper into that. What did Cornell know that people would accuse him of hanging himself, but really took him out? Have you ever looked into any of that? What Cornell knew? Chester Bennington? Some of these guys knew some stuff. Look it up. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. It's so bad. What did they know? Right? And by the way, Cornell hung himself 6 miles south of here. I'm in Detroit, north of Detroit. But 6 miles south of here is Cornell wasn't far from here, man, when he took himself out. Just look it up, man. I'll give you a hint. Jeffrey Epstein. Look it up. Now, I'm not going to say every person that's ever perished in self-harm is some sort of giant conspiracy. Some people just can't take it. Unfortunately, I've had friends that took themselves out. And they had demons. No. Cornell wasn't into it. He had known about it, supposedly, in this theory that I saw. And I can't verify it, but no, he in no way was doing that. No. When you're in the entertainment industry, supposedly you were privy to certain stuff. Everybody that's in entertainment isn't a creep, but you kind of have to know the creeps to be in entertainment. And that's what I heard. And supposedly they were gonna, again, let's not bullshit ourselves. Conspiracy theories are fun. That's why everybody's into them. It's fun, right? It's like a whodunit, but it involves 80 people, and in the whodunit is the fun. So I'm not saying in this theory, supposedly he knew he was going to come out with information about people who were doing that. And if you will notice, there's a lot of normalization of things like that. But who am I? Just a weirdo on the internet. I could be totally wrong. Again, Chris Cornell, though, It's just weird that a lot of these people do this after they get clean. Robin Williams, you know. Oh, I'll tell you all about a stolen election. 100%. And I'll send you a My Pillow right now and a Giza sheets from the Honorable Mike Lindell. Freaking. But again, dude, the fun thing about a conspiracy theory is that everybody can be a part of it, right? Everybody's like, you're part of it right now because I said so. That's the fun thing about conspiracy theory. You are part of it, Bruce. You're part of the theory. How do I know you're not an agent sent to destroy my channel? How do I know you were not sent to stop me? See how they start? Everybody's out to get you. If you think everybody's out to get you, then you can defend yourself from a invasion, man. See, a lot of you young people don't know that before you had the YouTube rabbit hole, there was coast to coast AM radio, dude. Like, not even FM radio, AM radio. Like, AM radio was like the original radio from like that was, Thomas Edison times. AM radio. But AM radio had coast to coast, and there had people call in, and they would call in, and the host Art Bell would like go along with what these people said. They would come up with these most fucked up things you could possibly imagine, and he would kind of like, like a guy would call in like, Art, I want you to know, I'm a time traveler. I'm from the year 2334, so like 2003, like fucking 100 years from now. Like, and the Earth's gonna end very, very soon in your time frame. And and Art would just kind of go along with it. Like, well, what is your job in this future? And he'd be like, well, I'm a well digger, and I dig wells, and I don't know much about how art. And everybody was fucking full of shit, but it was just fun, man. You could have a little fun with it. You know what I mean? Not every conspiracy theory has to be like political. It could be about time travel. It could be about, what's up, man? What's up, Tia? What's up, man? So yeah, coast to coast. Did he dig well or did he dig good? Both at the same time. Which reminds me, if you got time, when I'm done here, look up Mel's Hole. Coast to Coast AM Mel's Hole. And this guy supposedly had a hole that kind of had a rift through the time continuum. And you could throw something into his hole like a couch or a softball, and there was no bottom to this pit. And you'd never hear it hit. You could throw anything in there and you'd never hear it hit. I just think he probably lived, top of a mountain pass, and he had like a crevasse, as the Brits call it, or crevice. But supposedly you're throwing things into the void, into Mel's Hole. Coast to Coast AM, Mel's Hole. Look it up. There's all kinds of fun stuff on there. You know? Have you ever freaking... You guys really need to look up that Art Bell stuff. Look into the Art Bell stuff. I'm telling you. Yeah. Yeah. They're like standing on there in freaking some fucking random farm field there in China, and then they're getting hit the bottom end of it. Just like that. Then yeah, dude, hey, what's up, Smith? What's going on, man? This is my New York South African bro. What's up, man? Mel's Hole. Fuck yeah, man. I love the Mel's Hole story. So that's a thing, man. Everything doesn't have to be 100% true. Just enjoy it for what it is. But the Mel, the some of the like throwing couches and shit into the hole, like a couch, and fucking amazing. And then Mel claimed that the government took his land. I think that's what they said. They took his shit, and like the government supposedly took Mel's hole from Mel, if I remember correctly, because it was so whatever was going on there. I don't know. Like, again, I don't know if it's one of these gravitational things, because both of my parents went to one of these about 2.5 hours west of here. There's one of these places where the I don't know. I don't know if they walk funny, but it probably hurt. But my parents went to one of these weird gravitational. I don't know what to even describe it as. It's near Irish Hills, Michigan, and you can be standing on higher ground than somebody, but they're taller than you, and shit rolls uphill, and there's all this fucked up shit that they went and seen. And she was like, I was looking down at your dad, but the bowling ball was rolling up towards me. And I never went to this. And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys even talking about? And they were trying to explain. I was like 17 or 18, and they went to this place where the gravity's fucked up and the trees grow wrong and sideways and shit rolls uphill. I don't know what it's called. I have to ask them about it again. I like the energy regular vampire shows at best, but any cryptid show was solid too because of how obvious it was that people were making shit up as they go and art would just stoke the fire. Yeah, absolutely. That's what's the fun is. That's what the fun is. Never fucking interrupt somebody when they're fucking telling a good bullshit story. And I've told people many times. I've told people, yep. And there's a bunch of those backwards hills in Pennsylvania and New England too. Yeah, here in Michigan there's several, and in Kentucky / Virginia at the near the state line, you're way up in the mountains. Well, for Appalachia, and it's not nothing compared to the Himalayas, but you're a couple thousand feet up. It's called the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, and you're going downhill. And the thing was, you put your car in neutral, and you're looking down. You're looking down a hill in your car, not like straight down, but a good 30-40 degree pitch, looking downward. And you put your car in neutral, and it sucks you back up. And the thing is, the tomb of the supposedly in the theory, the unknown soldiers zapping you back toward his grave, but it's probably some gravity thing that we don't understand. Yeah, Appalachian Hills, absolutely, Smith, absolutely. But again, now I personally debunked someone, and someone on YouTube debunked him officially. I did it somewhat on one of our early episodes. We've been doing this for 3 years, and I debunked Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar is that engineer guy that he was a aeronautical engineer. He built fucking rockets and shit. But he supposedly had worked at Area 51, and he'd worked on an element, whatever the fuck it's called, some element that was from space. And he claimed that that's proof that alien technology is what he was working on. Anyways, Bob Lazar is a complete fucking liar. I mean, a really bad liar. And he was on Joe Rogan. But I remember being much younger than I am now, in my 20s, and his story being on Coast to Coast FM did not make sense. And he had his biographer that would write books for him have to interject and tell him, well, Bob, actually, you said this, and Bob, because he couldn't keep up with kind of his own lies. Highly intelligent guy, good rocket designer, but Bob Lazar is absolutely 100% full of shit. And I'm the first guy to like go along with a good ghost story, go along with a good paranormal story. I love all that stuff. It's fun. I'll never cut anybody off because you kind of want to believe it and you kind of want to not be a skeptic and just enjoy it. Bob Lazar is completely and utterly full of shit. Yeah, Bob Lazar is a fucking liar, man. If you're gonna be a liar, at least be a good one. At least have your shit fucking together. Like Smith said, always get headaches whenever someone challenges him or asks him a question he wasn't prepared for. Bob Lazar is a liar. And if you guys want to truly check out Lazar's bullshittery, look, a guy called Danknet. Danknet. Look up his Bob Lazar thing. Danknet, Bob Lazar. I'm telling you. And he did a lot better job than I could. And I didn't even know anything about debunking or whatever. I didn't care because I like Coast to Coast. Again, you got to be able to suspend reality. You're having fun, right? With a conspiracy theory ghost story. But I couldn't even do it with Bob Lazar because the shit just did not fucking add up. You know? I have a better time with just some old redneck. Be like, yeah, dude, I saw a Mothman over here. I saw him. I'll go, yeah? Yeah, right over here. It's more believable to me than Lazar. Lazar's full of shit. Guys, I gotta pee. Give me 1 minute. Maybe 2 minutes. I gotta think of a song to play. I gotta piss so bad. Probably diabetes. Probably gonna fucking lose both my limbs. Oh, dude, I know all about fucking... Dude, I'm a huge maniac, Sean. Huge maniac. I know all about his fucking Del Rey shit. For sure. I'm well aware. Give me about 3 minutes. I got to pee. I'll be right back. 3 minutes, guys. Yeah, that's right. 3 minutes. I put up forehand. I'm a fucking moron. All right, I'll be back. I got to piss, regroup, more conspiracy stuff. Because this is really what I'm into. Especially when I'm drinking. No need to go any longer than we need. You know, I should have grabbed two. I only grabbed one. Well, I'm gonna cut this fucking mop of hair. I got a mullet, basically. Kind of a skullet. I mean, I'm not. Dale, what do you want? So let him in. Here, get your obesity out of here. Go. But yeah, conspiracy stuff. Always enjoy it. It's fun. You got to get into that fucking. I get it. I've been into all of it at some point until it always takes that turn. You know what I mean? Remember Ancient Aliens? I was into Ancient Aliens until it went into the. Well, it kind of ties into Bigfoot, and Bigfoot is also a shape shifting uh, time traveler or something. I was like, all right, this is too much. Make it a little believable. You know what I mean? Don't just kind of do it. You know, make it somewhat believable. We like those, man. We like a good conspiracy theory. It's always fun. Ted, how are you doing tonight, man? Got nothing to not go. Are you working tonight, Ted? I know you had you work nights. It's always unfortunate. I like to be drinking at night, not working. Yeah, I can't do it. I cannot do that. I've worked afternoons, but not nights. So like by now I'm home. You know, even when I work afternoons. So well, if you have insomnia, when you work doesn't matter at all, right? You know. Yeah, I hear you. Well, I'm not trying to pressure anybody into a damn thing. But if you guys are bored, any of you, because across platforms I have 6 viewers right now, you can click that link. You can get in here and you can talk to me. You can talk about whatever conspiracy you want. Or just observe me being hammered and depressed because another rock star passed away. Again, I'm not going to pretend to be the biggest Foo Fighters fan on earth, but Everlong was a perfect rock song. Very well written, very well composed. And you're not here that long, man. Enjoy it. We are not here that long. It seemed like yesterday I was freaking jacking off to the fucking JCPenney catalog, to quote the great Gary Busey in Point Break. That was probably 32 years ago at this point. Long time ago, man. Yeah, you can't delve too deeply into conspiracy theories, though. At some point, it gets a little ridiculous at that point. Like, get a hollow earth. That one I never really got. Flat earth, I never really got. You know, shape shifting vampire aliens, I kind of get. I'm kind of into it. I'm not gonna lie, because it seems like these people like to feed on people, so that I can kind of get. But like you get hollow earth stuff like that. Birds or drones, that's a good one. Uh, I was my sister told me about, and I've been looking. It was today too. She's like, "Have you ever heard about dinosaurs are fake?" I was like, "No." She's like, "Yeah." So there's a theory that dinosaurs is just fake, man. So look that one up. Got to go to BitChute. That's a thing. You can think what you want about YouTube censorship. You can think about whatever political beliefs you may have. But dude, that's the fun. You can't even get a fucking a dinosaurs are fake documentary just on YouTube like you want it. You gotta go to BitChute or some other dark corner of the fucking internet to get it. You can't just watch it. You know, I'll say it right now, dinosaurs are fake. They ain't around to talk for themselves. How do you know they ever existed? They ain't here. You got like crocodiles. That's the closest thing you got. Fucking Nile crocodile. 17, 18 foot long. Maybe a saltwater croc's a little fatter, but no longer. Got some crocodiles around. That's all you got. Maybe a fucking harpy eagle. That's like a pterodactyl, somewhat. Maybe dinosaurs never existed. You know what I mean? That's right. Birds or drones. You know the funny thing is, fucked up thing one time in my backyard, and I did not know. I thought I was like uh something was wrong with my brain. I'm like standing on my back, and I'm looking. I got a lot of vines that go along my fence in the backyard there, and I'm looking, and I see something fucking moving around weird. I'm like, what in the fuck is that? I had no way to process what I was looking at. There's a hummingbird. I didn't know hummingbirds were here. Like, I saw a fucking hummingbird in my backyard. And I'm looking, I'm like, what in the fuck? I've never seen it before or since. Anywhere. I mean, I've been on like mountain hikes and everything. I've never seen a hummingbird in my fucking life. It was in my backyard. I don't know if like it escaped someone's house. They had it as a pet and they got up. I don't know. But I saw a hummingbird on the vines in my backyard, like, like it was really fucking weird, real strange. What about that hummingbirds butts? Hummingbirds are the Jews of birds. How about that conspiracy theory? We get that going. Let's get it kicked up, right? Hummingbirds control the media. How about that theory? Hey, Morgan, what's up? Butts control the media. Well, that's not a complete lie. See, think about butts. I'll put that right up there. Morgan says butts. I think about the Kardashians, right? They fucking took over everything with their asses. Their silicone injected fucking fat Armenian asses. Changed everything. People always shit on them chicks, and you should. They made a lot of money. So they did something right. Their silicone injected collagen asses. Eyes are a little glossy. Yeah. I've been up since fucking 6 a.m., Morgan. 6 o'clock a.m. And I'm about friggin' 15 Miller Lights in. Taylor Hawkins died. Rest in peace. We're not here that long. So there's two paths you can take with that thought process, right? You can try to eat super healthy and live longer, or recognize that life's not that long and just have a good time. Either thing is valid to me. I'm not here to judge. Either thing can be valid, right? You can do either thing. You want to freaking take yourself out via lifestyle choices? And you want to like try to eke out a few more years? Kind of up to you, man. There is no wrong answer. Do what you want to do. Do whatever feels right. My eyes do look. I look like I've been smoking dope. I've never smoked weed in my life. Never done any kind of narcotics, but I do look rather do look rather not intoxicated, but under the influence. Look at that shit. I got COVID. They say COVID does that to your eyes, where they're bloodshot like that. I bet I got COVID and don't even know it. I just got such a good immune system, COVID can't kill me. I've been eating processed food so long, my body's used to poison. COVID isn't real. That's another theory. They haven't been able to isolate the virus, man. They haven't been able to isolate it, man. Fair point. Fair point. Could be. You never know. They could be doing it. They could be doing it to us, Morgan. Trying to manipulate us, man. Tell us how to live. That's always the end goal, bro. To tell you how to live. I'll live how I want. To save the world, we must kill all of the animals. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that no pets allowed thing. Yeah, I'm gonna just go around fucking slaughtering Fido because a fucking carbon input or imprint or something. How about this? To all the people think that there's too many people, there's too much stuff in the way, and carbon is gonna kill us all and everything. You can always remove yourself from the equation. You know what I mean? Even though I did a first 20 minutes about don't self harm and you shouldn't, and I'm telling you, those people, they shouldn't either. But if you're an idiot, you think that the very air you exhale is a problem. Well, let's start with you, punk. Start with you. Because they're always talking about the other, like, you need to not do this and you need to not do that. And you need to, as they fly around as a fucking private jet. They ain't going to stop what they're doing. But they want you to. They want you. You need to stop. I ain't going to change anything. I'm going to fucking fly in a private jet and ride around in a yacht. But you need to cut back. God, I hate these people. I hate them so much. They got me in the flesh. I need to be in the spirit. I need to be in the spirit and not hate these people. Because being mean don't help. Being mean does not help a thing. You'll want to do it. It's easy, right? It's easy to be mean. It's easy to create an enemy. Tell them that they're the problem. They're why your life sucks. No, I'm here to tell you, you're why your life sucks. You, not me, not the other. You. Be right back. Okay, cool. But tomorrow night, we got a great show planned for you. It's going to be more upbeat than this negativity that I'm exuding right now. We'll talk about Taylor's passing. Because, again, Al is much more of a music guy than I am. We'll talk about multiple things. We'll probably play some Foo Fighter stuff. But we're gonna have a good show. Hey, what's up? PK Emma Trainer Dom. How's it going, man? The thing is, man, easiest thing in the world to do is to tell other people how to live their life, right? Well, if you did this and you do that, and you like Start with you. Start with yourself. Okay? Start with yourself. You can't tell other people how to live your life when you yourself are not living that way, the proper way. That's why I don't tell people what to do. I don't give a fuck what you do, man. Anything that doesn't harm others is fine with me. Some people, they just can't fucking help themselves. And they gotta fucking get in other people's shit, tell people how to live their life, how you need to do, and you need to do this and cut down your carbon footprint. And the people that are telling you to cut down on your carbon footprint are fucking riding around in a private jet and floating around on a yacht. So don't listen to them. Tell you don't, and they're telling you to kill your pets. It's completely and utterly retarded. I want to think of something, man. I'm trying to look at my phone here. See if I get any text from my harem of sluts that don't exist. It's just a vain attempt at something. I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend I know. But anyway, I'm gonna go grab me another beer. What kind of PKM trainer, Dom? What do you train, man? Are you like do you train people in fitness, some sort of martial arts? What's your training uh, expertise? What do you train people in? Just curious. I'm gonna go to the fridge and back. By that time, maybe you'll answer or stop watching because the show's terrible, and no sane person would dare watch it. But I'll be right back. Many have inquired. I'm just curious what the training is, man. It could be anything. I don't have the skills in any particular art trainer, Dom. What do you teach people? Could be anything. Could be nothing. Just curious, man. Is it like some sort of card game, maybe? Like, I don't know. My cat right now, he's fucking just gnawing at his own legs. He's been fleed twice, so I don't know what he's eating at. What are you doing? All right. I don't know. Let's see here. Stop eating your own legs, bro. Weird cat. All right, I'm probably gonna wrap this up soon. I just felt like doing a quick live stream. I will not freaking. I'm not gonna put this out as a podcast because tomorrow I'll have the guys over and we'll have a fun time. I'm glad people had inquired about the show to log in and check us out. Follow us at radiounderground.com. .co, not .com. Don't do that. Forget I ever said that. Radiounderground.co. Radiounderground.co. You can follow us there. I don't know how I'll end this stupid little stream. I'll go with something real boring. All right, guys. You take care.
You're not human. You don't lie in my house. You're an animal.
This thing is caused by a virus. It affects the neurological system in the uterus. It lays dormant, so it's triggered by some kind of trauma. It's not just catatonic. It's disappeared. Like having a dream and waking up. This thing is caused by a virus. It affects the neurological system